Hello and welcome to the English grammar lesson level advanced. If you are first time joining us, there is only one rule to follow. This is an open lesson, so if you don't understand or want me to translate a word or a phrase, please just stop me anytime and I will be happy to go back to it. If you will enjoy today's lesson, don't forget to log in next Thursday at 11 o'clock. But before, visit our website, teledon.online, where you can find all the scheduled meetings or even recordings of past lessons and online meetings. To become the guest of our educational website, become a guest of our educational website. You can get all information. Good. Before we start, I would like to ask you to mute your mics for the period of time when we will discuss today's topic. In the second part, we will do some exercise, so you can turn on your mics, but it's better if you are muted. Good. So today's topic are adjectives ending in ing or ed. If you use English daily, you probably use these words daily as well. But do you know how to use them correctly? Or do you use them correctly? So we will talk about the difference between words, for example, bored and boring. In general, we can say that we use the ending ing, boring, if we are talking about things, non-living things. We use ending ed if we are talking about someone's or somebody's state. So we are talking about person or people, bored. So one more time, Jane's job is boring. The job is boring. We use the ing. But if we say Jane is bored, we are talking about Jane as a person, so she is bored. So one more time, somebody is bored because something or somebody else is boring. So if something is boring, it makes us or you bored. Jane is bored because her job is boring. Or Jane's job is boring, so Jane is bored. So remember, simple rule, with things we use the ending ing, and with people we use the ending ed. But there is one exception, and I want you to focus on that for now. If a person is boring, it means that the person makes other people bored. So it's the boring person all the time, not just at the moment, but all the time. So for example, George always talks about the same things. He's really boring. So in this case, we can use the ending ing if we are describing people, but not state at the moment, but general state. So compare these two. My job can be boring or interesting or tiring or satisfying, depressing, or other adjectives you can think of, but remember, we end them with ing. So if my job is boring, I'm bored with my job. If my job is interesting, I'm not interested in my job anymore. I am interested in my job. So if my job is tiring, I get very tired doing my job, and etc. So remember the difference between adjectives, for example, interesting and interested. So let's study more examples and let's compare those. So interesting and interested. Something is interesting. For example, Julia thinks politics is interesting. The object or topic politics is interesting, but Julia is interested in politics. In this case, you need to remember that there is always preposition in that follows adjective interested in, always interested in something. Or we can ask, are you interested in buying a car, or are you interested in something? That was interesting and interested. What about surprising and surprised? Something is surprising. It was surprising that he passed the exam. But person or people can be surprised. Everybody was surprised that he passed the exam. Remember the difference between surprising and surprised. Disappointing and disappointed. So something can be disappointing, or you can be disappointed. The movie was disappointing. Therefore, I was disappointed with the movie. And as well, shocking and shocked. Something can be shocking. The news was shocking. The idea was shocking. And then I was shocked when I heard the news, or I was shocked the other day. Remember the difference and use it correctly when you are using these adjectives. But let's talk about more adjectives in general. So we know that we use adjectives when we describe things. It's important to know or to understand that we use adjectives after verbs such as be, get, become, seem. Of course, we use adjectives with other verbs as well, but these are very common. Be careful, I am tired, it became more and more boring, somebody seems very nice. So one more time, we use adjectives to say how somebody or something looks, feels, sounds, tastes, or smells. So for example, you look tired, or I feel tired, she sounds tired. The dinner smells good. This tea tastes a bit strange. So we use adjectives to describe how somebody or something is, looks, feels, and etc. But don't do the mistake. And when we are talking how somebody does something, so we are talking about some process, we must use adverb. Adverbs are not today's topic. We will talk about them in future. But remember, use them when we are talking how something or somebody works or does something. So drive carefully, for example. We know that adverbs always end with "ly". There are few irregular ones, for example, good, adjective good, shifts to form well. So for example, Susan plays the piano very well. But adverbs are not today's topic. Today's topic is the difference between adjectives ending with ing and ed. Please, if you have any questions, now is the time to ask. Does anybody have a question? Okay, if not, let's move on to another slide and we will talk about adjectives more. So sometimes we use more than one, sometimes two or more adjectives together. Do you know how to use them correctly and what is the correct order? There is a basic rule. We can think of facts and opinions. So some adjectives describe facts. For example, new, large, round, wooden. So they give us actual information about the things, about the size, age, color, and etc. And there are adjectives that describe our opinion. They tell us what somebody or you think of something or somebody. So they are opinions. Nice, beautiful, interesting, boring, and etc. So in general, we can say opinion adjectives go before fact adjectives. So we would say nice, long summer holiday. Nice, that's an opinion, and long, that's a fact. Or interesting young man. Interesting, that's your opinion, but young, it's a fact. So interesting young man. Or delicious hot vegetable soup. Or beautiful large round wooden table. There is more profound rules to use. You can see them in the down slide. But really, if you're talking, just think about opinions and facts. Please, if you have any question related to adjectives, go ahead and ask the question now. Okay, if there is no question, let's jump on some exercise. So, the first exercise. Let's complete these sentences for each situation. Let's use the words in brackets, but add the correct ending, ing or ed. Number 1. The movie wasn't as good as we had expected. The movie was disappointing. We were disappointed with the movie. Number 2. Donna teaches young children. It's a very hard job, but she enjoys it. She enjoys her job, but it's often, what is it? Is it exhausting or is it exhausted?
Exhausting.
But exhausting. Very good. B. At the end of a day's work, she's often exhausted. Okay? The job is exhausting and she is exhausted. Good. What about number 3? It's been raining all day. I hate this weather. This weather is
Depressing.
depressing. Very good. This weather makes me
Depressed.
depressed. Very good. It's my state, depressed. It's silly to get
Depressed.
depressed because of the weather. Very good. Number 4. Claire is going to Mexico next month. She has never been there before. It will be an
Exciting.
exciting experience for her. The experience will be exciting. Going to new places is always
Exciting.
exciting. We are talking about thing, non-living thing. And she is really excited, very good, about going to Mexico. So she is excited and experience will be exciting. Very good. Let's move on to the second exercise. So now you need to just choose the correct one. So number 5 is already done. I was disappointed with the film. I had expected it to be better. What about next one? Are you
Interested.
Interested in. Very good. Are you interested in football? Remember, with interested, we always use preposition in. Good. What about number 7? The new project sounds
Exciting.
exciting. Very good. I'm looking forward to working on it. Next one. It's embarrassing. Sorry, I answered that for you. It's embarrassing when you have to ask people for money. What about number 9? Do you easily get
Embraced. AD at the end.
Embarrassed. Something or situation can be embarrassing. Good. What about next one, number 10? I had never expected to get the job. I was really
Amazed.
amazed. Very good. When I was offered. Good. Next one. She has learned very fast. She has made
Amazing.
what kind? Amazing progress. Very good. Amazing progress. Next one. I didn't find the situation funny. It was not
Amusing.
amusing or funny. The synonym to amusing or is funny. Very good. It was really experience.
Terrifying.
Terrifying experience. Everybody was
Shocked.
shocked. Very good. Why do you always look so
Bored.
bored? Good. Is your life really so
Boring.
boring? Very good. And the last sentence, he is one of the most
Boring.
boring. Very good. Boring people I have ever met. He never stops talking and he never says anything
Interesting.
interesting. In the last sentence, he's one of the most boring people. So he's boring all the time. It's not just the current state. He's boring all the time. So in this case, you can use the ending ing even if you're describing people. Very good. And let's do the last exercise. I gave you the little hint, so it's not that difficult for you. But remember, opinions go before the facts. Okay, so the first one is already done. A beautiful round wooden table. Because we are talking about shape first, and lastly, what is it made of? Remember that if we are talking about what is it made of, we put it at the end. Good, so what about number 2? Where do I put the adjective gold?
Before ring.
Very
Yeah.
good, so it's
An
unusual
unusual ring.
gold ring. Very good. What about number 3? Where do I put the adjective interesting?
An interesting old house.
Very good. Interesting old house. There is an opinion and there is a fact. Good. What about number 4? Think about leather. That's a material. So that's what is it made of?
Black leather gloves.
Very good. Black leather gloves. Very good. What about next one?
An old American movie.
An old American movie. Very good. And number 5, please note that American is written with capital. So that's the rule in English, to write names of state in capital. Good. What about number 6?
A long thin face.
Very good. A long, thin face. Very good. What about next one? Number 7.
Big black clouds.
Big black clouds. Good. What about number 8?
A lovely sunny day.
A lovely sunny day. Opinion and a fact. Good. What about number 9?
An ugly yellow dress. Yellow.
Very good. Let's jump to number 10.
A lovely little restaurant.
Good. So these were easy because we only had one adjective, but the three at the end have already two adjectives. So think about it. Where do I... Okay, one more time.
A little old red car.
Okay. A little old red car. Very good. That's correct. What about number 12?
A nice new green sweater.
Very good. A nice new
New green.
green sweater. In this case, think about that the name is green sweater. That's the kind of it. So it's like what it's made of. So it's not really about the color, but it's the type. It's a green sweater. Good. And what about the last one?
A small black metal box.
Very good. Good, so that was the exercise. Please, if you have any questions, now is the time to ask. Okay, if there are no questions, I would like to say thank you very much for your time and for being good students today. If you like this lesson, visit our website, teledom.online, or you can find us on Facebook. If you found this lesson too difficult for you, we also have English lessons level beginner. They take place every Tuesday at 11, so maybe that's the choice for you. Thank you very much and have a nice day.